Welcome to the Real Football Show. I'm Richmond. This is my man over here, Manny.
I'm Manny right here.
Manny right there. The Man U fan, got the Man U jersey on. I'm a Chelsea fan through and through. But hey, this show is all about just talking about what happened the week of football last week. I'm going to give you a prediction as we go on to the next week as well. So be on the lookout for it. The prediction is going to be crazy. I'm going to predict my winners for this week or this upcoming weekend. And he's going to predict his winners. Whoever gets it right, whoever gets the most points, got to do a challenge. So be on the lookout for that. But it's really simple. We're going to look at what happened the week of football, what happened with the games, what was the main talking points. There are a lot of talking points this week. You know, we got injuries, we got surprises, we got a lot of stuff. So let's dive in. Manny, talk to me, man. Burnley, Man City, 3-0 Man City. What did you see?
Almighty Haaland, man. Haaland back at it again, getting the job done. 2 goals, not clear chances, but I guess the stats was he had 5 touches and scored 2 goals, right? So that's crazy, right? There was no clear-cut chances, but the way he was just able to score those 2 goals, I thought that was crazy. That guy is a problem. This is a problem.
Yeah, to me, his second goal stood out to me the most. I mean, it was just the ball's in the box, one touch pass. He set himself back, top corner. Like,
talk to me. They lost De Bruyne. What's going to happen moving forward? Who steps in? Who makes that impact?
So I watched the game yesterday, the Sevilla Man City game,
Okay.
and Man City didn't really create a lot. I mean, they controlled the game, but they're not really the Man City of old, like clear-cut chances every single time. Kovacic is a good player. He's a ball carrier, but Kovacic is not going to give you goals and assists. I'm a Chelsea fan. I know that through and through. Foden is who they are hoping will step in to that role, but they're also trying to get Paqueta. Now, does Paqueta get you goals and assists? It's yet to be seen. They also lost Gundogan as well. So
yesterday I saw that Vardio played.
Yes.
How did he look? Though. I did not watch too much of the game. How did he look?
He played left back. I think he's a solid player. I mean, he's a stout defender. He's a stout defender. Can hold it down. I think he gives Pep Guardiola that versatility that you need. Like, the guy can play center back. He can play left back. So now you got Ake, you got Kanji, you got Guardiola that can all do different things for you. You can invert. The new soccer word is invert now.
Inverted.
You can invert different things now. So I think he gives Pep that flexibility that he probably didn't have. But one thing that they miss, because at a point he put Akanji in that John Stones role.
How do you do that?
I think it's very new to him, and he has to be press resistant. I don't know if he's that much press resistant as how much John Stones was.
You know what I sort of realized? It kind of seems like Rodri is pushing up a lot. Because even yesterday I saw that he had an assist in the game as well.
Yeah.
So that's 2 games right there where he has 1 goal and 2 assists.
Yep, 2 pressure games. I mean, Champions League final. Who scored? It was Rodri, right?
Rodri scored. Yeah.
Rodri.
Yeah. His last 3 competitive games, he's been very productive.
And they need that.
I'm thinking about putting in my FPL team.
You got to, man. You got to. But overall, I honestly, I thought the Man City game, I watched it, and it's going to be tough because if that's the Man City without Kevin De Bruyne we're going to see for the rest of the season, I think some of the teams like Arsenal that we're about to touch on this, my Chelsea, and other teams may have a chance to give them real pressure. That's all I got to say.
All right, well, that's a good way to actually move on to the next game. What did Chelsea look like? That was a game of the week. What do you think of all that?
Man, my team looked good. I mean, here's the thing. I watched them versus Dortmund in Chicago in real life, and I saw a lot of positives that was implemented from the coach that I didn't see last year. You know, last year was more so we were trying to keep the ball.
Which coach? Are you talking about one of the 3 coaches that you guys had? Which one are you talking about? You talking about Lampard?
All of them. Because Tuchel's time was the 3-5-2, right? Which was very surprising.
For what, 4 games?
Yeah, but still, I mean, Tuchel was there for a little bit. But for last season, I think even with Graham Potter and later on with Lampard, I don't really count the latter part of Lampard. That doesn't really count. But for Potter's reign, it was more so, let's just try to keep the ball. You know, the boys did well. This is football. There's no pressure on you guys. That's not the DNA of Chelsea. We're here to win. And I think from seeing them in person at Dortmund and seeing that Liverpool game, there's real intent. In every single pass, there's a real intent from Enzo. There's real intent from even Chukwuemeka that came in that game. Even Gallagher, surprisingly, Gallagher played well at Dortmund, and Gallagher played well at against Liverpool as well, especially in the second half.
Yeah.
So I saw a lot of good things, and our midfield looked okay. Now we're going to touch on the signings as well that we've made from the Liverpool game to today. But I think that Chelsea is a real force to be reckoned with.
What are your thoughts on Liverpool's midfield? As of today, I'm realizing. I think right after that first game, they realized they're
in trouble.
They're in trouble. They need that 6 right there.
I heard they got
that back 4. That Endo guy from Stuttgart.
They got Endo Fernandez.
The Endo Fernandez. Endo Fernandez.
They got Endo Fernandez. And I mean, they need somebody in there. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't think, what's his name? McAllister did a very bad job at the 6. I mean, he was bopping the ball around, but that's not his real position.
It did look like they played 2 right there in the midfield, and they both seemed like 8. They didn't have a true 6. Based on McAllister's stats after the game, it really seemed like he had a fantastic game with his ball retention and actually, his completion of passes, little things like that. Yeah, so he was probably one of the best in the game.
Yeah, he had an 88% completion rate in terms of accurate passes. 1 chance created from the quote unquote 6th position, which is not bad. I mean, they attacked very well, and I think he didn't do bad. He didn't do bad. I was watching the game. But that guy in the middle for Chelsea called Enzo Fernandez controlled the game. I mean, Enzo is Enzo,
As I watched the game, man, I was not too happy being as a United fan, man. It got me really nervous because it makes that top 4 really tough. Because now, I can't lie, based on that one game, I'm going to have to put Chelsea back in that mix.
Yeah.
What do you think about the boy? Yeah, go ahead.
Jackson. I mean,
that guy might be a problem in the game, man. Not too many people give Van Dijk and Konate that much problems, and I think they struggled a bit. And with that system, I think Pochettino had they had them really well equipped for that game, and I did not see a 3-5-2 coming. As a Chelsea fan, did you see it?
No one saw it coming. I mean, I listened to a lot of Chelsea YouTubers. No one saw it coming. I was listening to all of it before the game. No, I didn't see it. We played a 4-2-3-1 all preseason. When I went to Chicago, I saw a 4-2-3-1, and then he said 3-5-2. And I understand why he did that, because without those wing backs and without Levi Colwell staying on Salah, I think we probably lose that game, because there will be a lot more open spaces for Liverpool to operate in. They would have controlled the game. McAllister, Salah, Luis Diaz, they would have controlled the game. But with that 3-5-2, you are making sure all the gaps on the sides are all covered. Then you have Enzo, Chukwuemeka, and Gallagher just running around like a chicken with his head cut off, just recovering the ball.
So your guy Sterling, I know that you were very disappointed about his game against Dortmund. What do you think about his performance this past weekend?
Wasn't bad, but if we're making $250,000 a week, I expect for you to give me better than that. This is Premier League proven Sterling. This is Sterling that has won multiple Premier Leagues with Man City. I've played in a system where it was pressured to keep the ball. He gets the ball and literally turns backwards. Now, I don't know if it's because he's used to having a lot of options in Man City. When he will get the ball, he has at least 2 options, and the third option is like, okay, if all of them are close, I can play it here. But now Sterling gets the ball and wants to turn back, and you know what I mean, wants to find dribble around, and it didn't make sense to me.
You think Pochettino makes him a better player?
I think Sterling's already reached his peak. If Pep made you the best you can be, I don't think any other coach makes you better, from my standpoint. I think I give Sterling, most Chelsea fans are giving Sterling till December if nothing changes, because now we have Noni coming back from injury, playing on that right side.
Yeah.
You got either Kudus or Olise. Now, as of today, Olise has been called off.
Yeah.
Chelsea's going to sign another attacker. That's a given.
Who are your wingers right now?
So you have Mudryk on the left,
okay.
Right? You have
Sterling.
You have Noni Madueke. Who are my wingers? I think I'm missing a few.
The more and more I watch, it looked like Chilwell. Man, Chilwell looks a player, man. Chilwell looks a player, especially in that system.
Chilwell bumps up. I mean, when they play the 4-2-3-1, They also, sorry, you got Nkunku, who's also injured. So those are literally our wingers. However, when I watched them in Chicago, it looks like he will overload it right or left side. And then whoever's on the other side, if the ball's on the right, the left is open, which is Chilwell. Chilwell just bumps up and then look for that switch. If it's the other side, vice versa.
Who's the 10 in you guys system now with
Caicedo
and Lavia? What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing with Lavia? And to be honest, Lavia versus, let's say, why is he rated so highly? Is he a $60 million player?
No. Well, one, you got to think. It's inflation, right? Inflation. I mean, I don't think I said it's $120 million player either. I mean,
but you can sort of justify it a little bit because
do
the
you
quality
think that's
of
$100 million player? Or $100
no,
million?
it's not. But
exactly. So it's inflation, right? It's inflation. So Lavia
is based on potential.
Exactly. He's 19.
He was on the relegation team,
but he looked the best in the relegation team. He was the best player on Southampton, right? And then Pep would not sign a useless player. If Pep signed him at the age of 17 or 16 at the time, that means that there was real potential there.
Lavia.
He went to Man City.
I'm not convinced about Lavia. He's got to show me something. No, I think it's part of that whole hype that happens in England, but
he's not an English player though.
But just still 60 million. So far as you play in the English league, so many things from one team, from someone playing on one team going to the other, they always kind of bombard the prize. And I think Liverpool's Endo Fernandez is going to be better than Lavia. That's a bold statement today.
That's the boldest statement I've heard all day. Do you know how old Endo is?
He's 30.
He's 30.
Yeah, he's going to be fine.
And how much did Liverpool sign him for?
18 million.
18. Okay.
18 million. Let's see how he does. That's triple the price for Lavia.
It is.
Lavia is not triple the player of Endo. I haven't seen him.
We don't know that yet.
I haven't seen him, but
so we are buying the potential. We're not really buying
potential.
Yeah, we're buying the potential.
Liverpool's bought a player that is fully set.
So where do you think Liverpool goes from here? Where do you think Liverpool finishes? From that one?
I think Liverpool makes top 4 this season.
Really?
Yes.
Who's your top 4 prediction then?
Top 4 prediction. We're going to go for, we'll say Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool, United. Chelsea finishes right outside the top 4, in my opinion.
So
Chelsea maybe next year. Sorry.
Based on what? Based on what I said. Okay, it's one game. I get it. But based on what? From what I saw in that game, if you think Liverpool is finishing ahead of Chelsea, based on that game, then I think that's flawed because we control majority of that game. We should have won that game. We had chance. I mean, 93rd minute, Nicholas Jackson drove through the entire pitch, laid it off to Mudryk.
My team right over here, we had who's the guy from Brazil, driving through our entire midfield.
Cunha from Wolverhampton?
Yeah, right. So based on that game, would you say Wolverhampton finishes above United? Because we look like we did not look too impressive.
Of course not. But this is a Wolverhampton versus Man United. I'm talking about Liverpool versus Chelsea. That's a 2 different contests.
Okay.
Right. So this is a top 6 team going against another top 6
What makes you feel like Wolverhampton cannot be a top 6 team?
I don't think. Well, one they
based on how they played better than my team.
They did. We will get to your team later. I got comments on your team, boy. We will talk about the likes of Mason Mount and the Bruno Fernandes and the.
We're going to be all right. We're going to be all right.
We'll touch on that later.
We're going to be all right.
Oh man, we'll touch on that later. Let's finish on the Chelsea Liverpool. I think my prediction is I think Man City figures it out. I think Man City comes up and figures something out. It's Pep. He can invert something. He might even invert a keeper and still win the Premier League for all I care. I think Pep comes up, and then I think Chelsea second. I'll put my money on Chelsea. I think Arsenal losing Timbers is a big blow.
Chelsea second?
I think Chelsea second.
Oh my God.
I think I might have my blue tinted glasses on.
Bet for that? Yeah. Bet for that? Chelsea is not finishing the top 4.
I'll take that bet. Class Azul on you or me.
Azul?
Azul.
All right, you guys saw this.
Azul.
Top four.
Top four.
Top four. Chelsea's now making it. All right.
All right, bet.
You got it.
So I think Chelsea second. I think Arsenal third. I think Arsenal comes in third. I think Arsenal, though they improved their team, quote unquote, they're losing Timber a little bit. Kai Havertz, I'm not sold on that guy. That guy is one of the most, I don't want to use the word useless, but he can be a donkey on the pitch sometimes. I know he loves donkeys, so he can be a donkey on the pitch sometimes.
Arsenal have a good problem. You got Tierney coming out,
which he might.
He can play on the left side. You got Caviar, who looked pretty decent in the preseason from the game that I saw. And it's so many different things. I mean, he did not start Gabriel in the first game.
Mm-hmm.
I think Arteta is trying to do a lot of things that Guardiola was doing. I wouldn't be surprised if Gabriel ends up as a left back, inverted, coming right into this, right into the midfield, and just kind of possessing that ball. We'll see. I'm actually very curious who he brings in for that next game. Thomas Partey is playing as a right back.
Yeah.
Ghana boy.
Yeah, he is. Well, where do you think his future lies? I mean,
I think Arsenal. I think from what I watched, and I was at the preseason game when Arsenal played United, and I think Partey came into the game, and there was a total change.
What change did you see? What change did he bring? That
I mean, he keeps everything. He keeps everything simple. So I like to label him as a kind of like a progressive player. He keeps that ball moving, right? Declan Rice takes a couple of touches. You know, he still thinks that he's a West Ham. I do not know. He doesn't need to do much, right? He doesn't need to do much on that Arsenal team. Partey understands the system. Ball comes in. It doesn't take more than 2-3 seconds. Ball is gone, and most times it's going forward, progressive passes. And I think he plays that pivot role a lot better than Rice. I see Rice more as an 8.
More of an 8. I mean, he's a ball progressor. He's good at progressing.
He dribbles forward. Partey passes forward.
Yeah.
You know.
And what's faster? You running with the ball, or you passing with the ball? That's for the kids that you coach.
Right. Man, game of the week, man. What
So after the game of the week, obviously the Chelsea-Liverpool game, I think the scoreline is fair at 1-1, though I think Chelsea had more chance. Ben Chilwell had a chance to win it late. That Mudryk chance from Nicholas Jackson had a chance to win it late. But I think overall 1-1 was fair. The 2 offside goals, you know. What do you think? Okay, from a coach's standpoint, let's talk about Salah for a brief moment. If that is your player that you're coaching, how do you react to that as a coach?
I'm coaching Salah.
You're coaching Salah. You're
Salah is on my team. I'm Klopp. Salah is on my team. What do you mean? What?
So there was an incident. Let me remind the audience. There was an incident when he got taken off, and he was extremely disappointed.
Yes, I remember.
He took off his bandages or stood. Don't litter on the field, man. Don't do that. That's Stamford Bridge. Don't do that to my field. But he was litter on the field, and then he went and sat down, still mad. And that same thing was happening with Mane when Mane was there. Now it's Salah.
Okay.
So, and there have been talks about Salah potentially getting one of those Saudi deals as well. And also, to cast people's mind back, Salah was very critical of Liverpool's season last year as well. It was very critical in the media. It wasn't blown up to proportion, but there have been talks about it. So, as a coach, 2 scenarios. You have a Salah right now that you're coaching at the age of 12 years old and does that on the field. How would you react to that as the coach you are now? And how would you react to that as a star boy that he is now at Liverpool?
I mean, first, I think Klopp is experienced enough, and I think he has a pretty good rapport with his players. I think that in the media, he probably, I haven't watched his press conference after the game, his post conference after the game, but I feel like he probably played it cool during the conference. But I'm pretty sure that in the background, he probably has spoken to Salah and told him, hey, this cannot happen, I do think that Salah was frustrated more about the game. And I think it's nothing more than that. That's my opinion. Now let's see what happens in the future. But I think it's more of that. As a coach, I'll do the same thing Klopp did. I think he's the player that you guys have we've banked on. We've sent money away, which I still think was a huge mistake. For both parties, even Mane right now. Look what's happening to him. Yeah. What happened to him when he went to Bayern, right? Yeah. So
the grass not always green on the other side.
Yeah, and I think he had something. Those three had something good. That Sané, Firmino, and Salah, they had a great partnership up there, and they probably should have kept it for a little bit.
Yeah.
But things get old, man. Salah's been there for forever, so. They probably tired of each other a little bit, but I think they'll figure it out and they'll be fine. They'll be fine. Let's talk about Newcastle, man. Newcastle thoughts, man. 5-1 against Aston Villa. I know a lot of people tipping Aston Villa to do really well this season.
That Isak guy is a problem and a half. If he was going from, let's just say, okay, right now Newcastle is a top 6 or 4 team. If Isak was going from a Southampton or a Brighton to a Man U, Newcastle, Chelsea, that's $100 million player, in my opinion.
Ooh, we forgot. We both didn't mention Newcastle in our top 4.
I don't think they make it.
They're not making it?
I don't think they make it. I think they have a strong team to challenge, but I think, for one, all the top 6 teams are going to strengthen. 2,
who are the top 6? That's a question. I think the EPL is the strongest it's ever been.
Yes.
I think Aston Villa and Newcastle the scoreline is not indicative of what
the two
Aston Villa
are.
Yeah, because Aston Villa is going to play really well.
Well, then again,
throughout the season, there's Spurs, right? They got a new manager. Mm-hmm. I think top 10 is a thing in EPL this season.
Well, the UCL spots now are 5 places now, so it's top 5 technically.
Okay.
They added one more next year, so maybe Newcastle. My prediction might take the 5th place. I don't think Tottenham makes it, so I think Man City, Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, Newcastle.
I did hear about Newcastle potentially trying to get Hall.
Yes. As of today, it looks like Lewis Hall doesn't want to stay on a permanent deal. Chelsea. So it all ties into that all is a deal. So what happened was Chelsea triggered the release clause to get Olise from Crystal Palace. However, there's been some tapping up by Crystal Palace. I accused Chelsea of tapping up Olise.
Okay.
So
legal concerns, things like that.
Legal concerns. They're gonna file some legal. And if you see from the Chelsea board, I don't think they want to get into any legalities with anyone. If you remember, we got the deal. PSG was like, we're gonna. Then Chelsea backed out. Same thing here. So I think what we're going to do was get Olise and then send Lewis Hall to Crystal Palace on loan.
Got it.
So with that didn't happen, now Lewis Hall's like, well, I want a permanent deal now, and I think they're talking about $30 million or euros for Lewis Hall to Newcastle. Now I think the Chelsea fan base is crazy. They're like, oh, you can't sell this prodigy, da 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 da. He's no Kevin De Bruyne. He's no Mohamed Salah. He had only 10 games for us. Though he looks brilliant, the only way Chelsea makes money is through the academy now.
Who's coming? Who's coming in for Chilwell?
Cucurella's still there.
Okay.
Cucurella's still there. So as bad as I think Cucurella is, he's still
Who's coming in for Reece James?
Oh, Malagusto. Reece James also injured, by the way.
Who is?
Reece James.
I read it. That's why I asked that question.
But
who's the sub for Malagusto?
So hopefully Trevor Chalobah's injury is not too bad, because Trevor Chalobah can play right back. I think the Sassy 2 can play right back. Then you got Badiashile coming back as well. So in defense, Chelsea's okay. I think we should be fine in defense, regardless of the injuries.
Without Champions League,
without Champions one,
you guys should be okay.
Yeah, I think we'll be fine. And I think Sonny Malagusto. I've seen him play in person.
So how do you feel? Like, how does it feel now playing on Tuesdays and Wednesdays or Thursdays?
You know what? You lay your bed. You lie your bed. You lay in it, right? Because hey, If you guys finish 12th, you deserve it. You deserve not to play Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday.
Finished 12? Unbelievable. You finished 12.
Just the fact.
I swear, last season, at one point, I was checking, I was trying to check the league standings, and I opened it up, and
you couldn't find Chelsea at the top.
I had to accept cookies. Yeah, I had to accept cookies to find it.
You won't accept cookies this year. You accept championship, champagne football.
Chocolate chip cookies.
You accept champagne football this year. But let's get back to Newcastle.
All right, Newcastle. Let's go.
So Newcastle, that Isak guy is a problem. I mean, that guy he scored some bangers.
No, this is the crazy thing. You take Isak out and bring your guy in there. What's his name? Wilson. Callum Wilson comes in.
Callum Wilson comes in.
That is crazy. They changed the whole front three.
Yeah.
And brought a whole new set of front three, and that's a problem.
And I mean,
I'm
looking at the stats. Callum Wilson got a goal.
I think they started
Barnes got a goal and assist. All of them came in 68th minute. Even Jacob Murphy, who came in at 86th minute, also got an assist.
That is crazy. That's a bench. So your front three, you have Gordon, Isak, Almiron, and you bring Jacob Murphy, Callum Wilson, and Harvey Barnes.
Yep. And then
that's phenomenal.
And behind them is Guimaraes, Joelinton, and Tonali.
Ooh, talk to me about Tonali, man.
I'm surprised. Well, I shouldn't say surprised because now Newcastle's a big team now. But you would think back in the day going from AC Milan to Newcastle is a step down. But this might be a step up.
The crazy thing is, I'm even more surprised that not too many teams were going for him.
He didn't want to leave.
But not too many teams were going for him at AC Milan. How was it just Newcastle?
I don't think he wanted to leave.
My team, United, could use some. We could have used a Tonali against Wolves. We have.
Yeah, but you went and bought Mason Mount instead. You went and bought the ping pong instead. So that's your own fault. Thank you though.
He's going to come.
I appreciate the 55.
He's going to come good. He's going to come good. I promise.
Mason Mount.
Yes, he's going to come good. He does a lot of things that coaches want to see.
Of course, he's always the
output is not really there.
He's always the coach. That's been the case.
Give him 5 games. 5 games. By the 5th episode, we will see.
I'm hearing a lot of talk about the Man United fans talking about by December he'll be benched. They're waiting for Amrabat to come in, and then Mason Mount is because you can't have. Now we're talking the Man U game. Sorry guys, but you can't have Bruno Fernandes and Mason Mount. That's like, you ever played ping pong before? You see how the ball goes up and down. Yo, I was watching the game and literally, there's no control. The ball goes up, and as a defender, and you're a defender as well, I will be. You see when your butcher, what's his name, Laturo Martinez, right? You got the yellow card. It was out of frustration because you don't get a chance to rest. It's like boom, the ball is back. Boom, the ball is back. No one's holding the ball.
I just think we just did not play well. I think you take out Onana and Bissaka.
And even Onana got a penalty against him. So let's.
No. I've watched that replay a couple of times. That it was all over before he actually went into the guy. It was all over. The person that was I think he messed up his chances, at least in that first game, was Garnacho. I was expecting so much from him.
I mean, he's supposed to be the quote-unquote star boy, and it's looking bleak, man. He looks like a what's his name? Callum Hudson-Odoi at Chelsea, man.
Oh Lord, I've always felt like Garnacho is someone that comes into the game, with about 30 minutes left, and just run, give me something,
Russia looked very frustrated as well. I mean,
because he naturally doesn't like playing as a 9.
Okay.
He naturally doesn't like playing as a 9. I think one of his interviews, he was talking about, he feels like he's out of the game as he's playing as a 9. And that's one of the biggest things. Just like Haaland. I mean, he touched the ball 5 times, scores 2 goals, right? And now Rashford has to touch the ball several times. Let's move on, man. Let's
finish on the Man U side of things. I think you guys should have lost the game. Cunha was balling, running through you guys like butter. I think Cass had a good game. Wan-Bissaka had a good game. Onana had a good game. Your defense looks solid for the most part. I think your attack is where your issue is.
Yeah, that front four, including Bruno Fernandes, I think he struggled as well. I think another reason why we struggle is we feel like Casemiro can handle the sixth position by himself, and that seems like it's not working. If we could get an Amrabat alongside him, some games we might need to do that. Especially that Wolves game, we probably could have made good use of that. Thoughts about Spurs, the new brand of soccer? What do you think? New brand of football? What do you think?
Yeah, it looks good, man. It looks good. I think they will do well. I think they are tired of the fossil football, as some of them will call it. They are tired of it. You had Mourinho. Think about it. Mourinho and Conte back to back.
Yeah. I have a couple of Spurs friends, and they weren't too excited about that. I also feel like, but I do think that your center backs aren't so good because they're trying to play on the front foot. They're trying to step up and play. I do not know whether they can defend 1-on-1. So
like the Eric Dyers of the world. You don't think Eric Dyers of the world and those guys?
Eric Dyer, Romero is halfway decent. I still think he's quite clumsy. Do you think now with that this will be a good time to actually talk about? They're playing my team this week.
Yeah.
Playing my team this week. We cannot be any worse. We can't be any worse than what we were the first week.
Okay. So you're going for the win?
Yeah. Bold prediction: 2-0. Easy. Another clean sheet.
2-0.
2-0. Another clean sheet. This week, another clean sheet. We get it going.
I think this is a draw. I think you should win. However, I can see Tottenham controlling the game more than you guys will. And if they get one or two chances,
this is why I think so. I think we will possess better. I also think we will have Rashford will not be playing as a 9.
Okay, who's going to be a 9?
Højlund is back. Martial was on the bench. Apparently wasn't fully fit, but he was still on the bench. Martial and Højlund.
Is Martial ever fit? That guy's like Rich James.
This season, just see. I think a combination of him and Højlund, I think could work. Martial is a fantastic player. Every time he plays, there's a very, very good output as far as his pressing, as well as his he scores goals when he plays. Problem is, can we keep him fit?
So you're going Man U versus Tottenham. You're going 2-0 Man U.
2-0 United.
I'm going.
Good boys. We get a PK. Fernandes hops and scores.
I'm going 2-2 again.
2-2 again?
I'm going 2-2 again. I think.
Who's scoring for Spurs? Kane is out of here.
That's true.
Richarlison is not producing.
That's true.
No Kane. Who's scoring? That's why I'm saying 2-0.
Okay.
I don't know who's scoring the goals for Spurs.
I think. Okay.
If you go for Ty, he told me 0-0. Okay, maybe.
I'll go 2-1.
2-1. Who's winning?
I'll go 2-1 United.
Let's go.
I'll go 2-1 United.
Let's go.
I'll go 2-1 United.
Let's go. What other games are you looking at this week?
There's the Chelsea versus West Ham.
Ooh, Chelsea, you guys are in trouble.
I don't think so.
You guys are in trouble. There's a reason why you guys are in trouble.
Why?
West Ham's going to play a low block.
Okay.
We're going to see how you guys can penetrate.
I think
Nicholas Jackson's going to be useless in the game. He needs to run. He needs spaces to run. This is where I'm going to see how they look like.
Because what is your prediction?
Whether whatever the first game was is for real. It's going to be 1-1 in that game. Another 1-1 scoreline. My guy Mikel Antonio is going to get a goal.
So Chelsea, West Ham, Man U's going 1-1. I am going to go 3-1 Chelsea. I'm going to go 3-1 Chelsea.
West Ham ain't giving up 3 goals.
I think they will.
Okay. Cool. Bold prediction. We'll see how that goes.
Ooh, another big one.
You know what game I'm curious?
Everton.
Ooh. Aston Villa need to bounce back. Everton, did you watch that game?
I didn't.
So Everton, Fulham. Leno was man of the match.
The keeper, yeah?
Yes. Wow. Leno was man of the match. Everton played. They played conservative. It was a Sean Dyche team, but they had so many shots and so many attempts on goal. And Leno made some fantastic saves. I think that will be a very, very tough game.
What are you thinking?
Aston Villa needs to bounce back. Everton feel like they were unlucky in the first game. So I think that'll be a very interesting game. I'm going to keep a close eye on that game. I'm also curious about that Wolves-Brighton game. Are Wolves for real?
I need a prediction for this one, then we'll move on to that one.
Aston Villa, Everton?
Yep.
I'm going to go 2-1 Aston Villa.
2-1 Aston Villa. I think I will go 2-0 Aston Villa, actually.
2-0 Aston Villa.
So you want to go with the Wolves? You said
Wolves Brighton. Wolves Brighton. I want to see what Wolves is really made out of. I think Wolves' performance against United, if they would keep that up 2-3 games in a row, a lot of people are tipping them for relegation with all the things that are going on with the club. I think they stay up based on our first game. Brighton, I'd like to see whether they're able to continue with some of the good things that they're doing. I actually say they tie that game.
0-0, 1-1, or 2-2?
0-0.
0-0 tie.
0-0.
I think Brighton will win it. I think I'll go 3-1 Brighton.
3-1 Brighton?
Yeah, okay. I think with Matoma, they got players. Man.
Fulham, Brentford.
Brentford.
It's a tricky game. Brentford's a tough opponent.
Yeah, that striker that they got, Mbuemo, whatever his name is.
Mbuemo.
He's a problem.
And Wisa.
Wisa
and Mbuemo. Yeah. Those guys are problems as they wait for Tony to come back.
Yeah, that guy too. We'll discuss Tony once it gets near.
I wish United went for that guy. Established player.
You guys went for a player that
went for a project.
20 matches, right, and scored 9 goals. All right, cool.
Project.
All right.
Project.
You spent how much on that project again?
Well,
so then why are you talking about Lavia?
You saw it online.
Why are you talking about Lavia then?
Lavia is 60 million. He hasn't played at
Lavia played the whole level. Season.
He played on a relegation team.
And where did this guy play at?
Atalanta.
How did they do?
They were not a relegation team.
But how did they do?
They were not in a relegation team.
And how many games did he play for Atlanta?
He has 9 goals.
How many games?
The guy has 9 goals.
How many games?
20 games?
Come on, man.
Okay.
All right, nice project. What are you saying for Brentford?
A goal per every 2 games.
What are you saying for Brentford?
Brentford, Fulham. I think Brentford wins the game. I just think Fulham doesn't have enough firepower right now. With Mitrovic gone, they have to rely on Vinicius and they have to rely on Jimenez to get goals. I think they haven't played enough games for that club to actually be able to produce. I think Brentford wins that game. Tight, narrow win. I say 2-1. Brentford wins.
I'll go 1-1 on that one. I want to discuss a Newcastle versus Man City.
Oh, that's the game. That's the game right there.
That's the game of the week.
Like, see whether Newcastle is for real, and how does Man City deal without Kevin De Bruyne?
And they're playing a Saturday as well.
Who's playing home?
City. She's at home. The Etihad, you know.
Stones is back. Diaz probably back, huh?
Stones is back. Diaz is back. They have Bernardo Silva is injured, and Kevin De Bruyne is out.
1-0.
1-0 City.
1-0 City. This could also be a high-scoring game.
Can be. I will go 3-2 City.
3-2 City.
We'll go 3-2 City.
3-2 City. Let's see. City PK. Haaland scores.
Is that the rest of the games for the weekend? Am I missing any? I think that's a month. Oh, Crystal Palace, Arsenal. A London derby.
Crystal Palace home?
Yes. I'm going to go with a wild shot. I think Crystal Palace wins this game. I think 1-0 Crystal Palace. I think Arsenal will struggle. I think Arsenal struggles here.
Let's go the other way around. 1-0 Arsenal.
Okay.
1-0 Arsenal. I think my Ghana boy Eddie Nketiah scores again and shuts all the Arsenal fans up again.
Nketiah in the house.
Nketiah in the house. Call me.
Nah, I think Crystal Palace wins it. Yeah, these are the predictions of the week. Let's see who gets it, man. So what are we going to put on the line? Whoever wins it this week,
Who gets the most predictions, or whoever is closest?
Most predictions, most wins. So
Most wins.
Most wins. We'll go
Okay.
with most wins.
Most wins. All right. Let's go. Every week, let's do dinner.
Dinner?
Do dinner.
I'm on board with that.
All right.
I'm on board with
You
that.
heard it right here, man. The Real Football Show.
The real football show.
First episode right here.
Almost done with it, man.
Yeah, excited for the rest of the season.
Good to see my guy Manny.
See you guys, man.
Hey, we appreciate you guys watching. Like, subscribe, share with a friend. Tune in every single week. We might have more episodes coming out. We might have some guest people that will pop in. We might have some Arsenal fans. I'm a Chelsea fan. He's a United fan. We might have a Tottenham fan. We might even go
Where's
down.
your jersey?
I have like 6 of them.
What kind of Chelsea fan is that?
Don't worry about
I'll
it.
believe it when I see it.
Don't worry about
I'll
it.
believe it when I see it.
Don't worry about it.
Fake fans.
Don't worry about it, man. I'm not
All
a
right.
plastic fan. I got my jerseys at home. You see them. But nah, share, comment, subscribe. Hey, if you didn't like anything that we said, comment below. If you like whatever we said, comment below. Share with a friend, man. Let's get, for our first video, if we can get 50 likes, we'll have something special for you guys next week.
All right,
Yeah.
37 more weeks. Let's get it in. All right, boss.
Appreciate you, boss man.
Is there always the Real Football Show?
Real football show.
Let's go.